For generations, the story of the Indian farmer has been one of survival, not wealth. Traditional staples like wheat or mustard provide enough to eat, but they rarely generate the surplus needed for life's major milestones: weddings, medical emergencies, or a comfortable retirement. Many farmers want to switch to high-value fruit trees, but the risk feels insurmountable. A single season of heavy pests or a flock of birds can decimate a soft fruit crop, leaving a family with nothing but debt and a ruined harvest. This creates a trap. Farmers aren't lacking in effort or skill. They are stuck in an economic cycle where the safe path barely covers daily bread, and the profitable path feels like a gamble they can't afford to lose. But there is one specific crop that is changing that calculation: the macadamia nut. It is currently the most expensive nut on the planet, retailing in Indian luxury markets for as much as 5,000 rupees per kilo. Agricultural experts are now pointing to a specific math-driven reality. A single acre of macadamia trees can produce upwards of 2 crore rupees in annual revenue. That sounds like a marketing exaggeration, but the numbers are rooted in biology and market demand. We are going to deconstruct the exact per-tree metrics to show how 1 acre genuinely yields multi-crore wealth. To reach these numbers, you need a high-density setup. On a 1-acre plot, you plant exactly 290 macadamia trees, using a precise spacing of 10 feet between plants and 15 feet between rows. Success depends on the specific variety. Experts recommend using grafted saplings, specifically the Beaumont or Cow 344 varieties, because they are hardier and better suited for the high temperatures of the Indian plains. Despite the high value of the final crop, the entry cost is surprisingly low. These specialized high-yield grafted saplings typically cost between 200 and 250 rupees each. This accessibility removes the first major barrier. Any farmer with land can acquire the raw materials to start an orchard without taking on life-altering debt. But the biggest fear remains: protection. In traditional horticulture, a farmer spends half their time defending the crop from birds and insects. The macadamia tree solves this through biology. Look at the shells in this basket. They are among the hardest in nature, so dense that common birds and pests are physically incapable of breaking through them to reach the nut inside. This creates a true generational fixed deposit. Once a macadamia tree reaches maturity, it remains productive for about 80 years, providing a reliable harvest that lasts a lifetime. By utilizing a tree that is naturally armored against pests and lives for 8 decades, a farmer eliminates the primary risks that usually make high-value farming so dangerous. A mature tree yields 100 kilograms yearly. For 290 trees, that's 29,000 kilograms. Sold raw at 700 rupees per kilo, it generates 2.03 crores. Processing removes the 65% shell, leaving 10,150 kilograms of pure kernel. At 5,000 rupees a kilo, revenue exceeds 5 crores. These figures require overhead. Factoring in specialized shelling equipment, labor, and irrigation, annual operating expenses can reach 50 lakh rupees. But even after subtracting that from a 2.3 crore raw harvest, the net profit remains at 1.8 crore, more than 30 times the return of traditional staples. But is there actually a market in India that can absorb this much luxury produce? Currently, the demand for macadamias in India is almost entirely met by imports. We are paying a premium to bring these nuts in from overseas because domestic supply is nearly zero. The infrastructure to move this volume already exists. Major wholesale hubs like Karibali in Delhi or the Neemuch Mandi in Madhya Pradesh are massive clearinghouses that can handle bulk trades of this scale. A farmer growing macadamias isn't searching for customers. They are stepping into a supply void that is currently being filled by international competitors. This suggests that the real cause of rural poverty isn't a lack of land or a lack of hard work. It is an information gap. A massive wealth divide exists because the data on high-yield, low-risk alternatives hasn't reached the farmers who need it most. Replacing traditional habits with a data-driven approach to horticulture provides a predictable, mathematical path to building generational wealth on a single acre of land.